What's up? What's going on, guys? Jay Stacks back again with another fire video, guys. And this time around, though, we got Keefe D, the Southside Crip leader, Orlando Anderson. He's now been charged. Yes, thank you. He's been charged in Tupac Shakur's murder, man. Tupac Machiavelli. We have finally got some closure, man. And I'm just gonna let them get into it, man. Let the police get into it. Who other way can break it down than the police? I don't wanna hear the niggas. I don't wanna hear the bitches. I wanna hear the police, cause they got the evidence. They got everything. They done heard the snitches. They done heard the bitches. They done heard everything. So I wanna hear what they got going on. With no further ado, let's get into it, guys. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe, man. It's Jay Stacks the Great, man. Let's get to it.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Kevin McMahill. I'm the sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. 27 years. 27 years.
27 years.
For 20.
Look how he paused like that. 27 years. They took more time to find Tupac Killer than he was alive on this earth. 27 years.
7 years, the family of Tupac Shakur has been waiting for justice.
Wow.
We are here today to announce the arrest of 60-year-old Dwayne Keith Davis, a.k.a. Keefe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was arrested this morning by my LVMPD criminal apprehension team.
Great job, Metropolitan Las Vegas.
And this investigation started on the night of September 7th, 1996. It is far from over.
Bunch of foolish niggas.
It has taken countless hours, really decades, of work by the men and women of our homicide.
Look at him, look at his face. He about 60. You facing life in prison, boss. You facing life. You're facing life in prison. Let's get back to it.
Section to get to where we are today. Several of those detectives that are standing here with us include Detective Cliff Mogg, the lead detective on this case. He is now retired.
Yeah, he retired.
Well, I know there's been many people who did not believe that the murder of Tupac Shakur was important to this police department. I'm here to tell you that was simply not the case. It was not the case back then, and it is not the case today.
That's Orlando Anderson, uncle. He the one passed him the gun, supposedly. Passed him the gun to kill Tupac. He was all on the interviews, talking and all that, and getting this little $1,500 an interview, a little $1,000 an interview, talking and all that. Now look, was it worth it? You should have kept your mouth shut. I don't know who passed him the gun. I don't know nothing about none of that. Well, if they said my nephew killed him, I don't know. That's how you do that shit, man. This nigga's a bitch. He want to talk. You want to be the real dudes that do homicides and killings, they don't talk about it. They keep their mouth shut. They can sleep at night well. He can't sleep at night. That Tupac, that was killing him. That was killing him. That was killing him. He knew he had to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
Our goal at LVMPD has always been to hold those accountable and responsible for Tupac's violent murder accountable. Just like we do for every homicide victim in our city. Every single victim, every life that is lost is important and remains a priority to this police department. As we methodically built this case to move forward with an arrest, it was also important that at the same time, we're building towards a successful prosecution. We worked closely with our esteemed district attorney, Steve Wolfson, in his office to ensure that is going to happen.
Oh, see that?
Mr. Davis's own word.
They work with the district attorneys right here to make sure your ass gonna get charged, nigga. You gonna fucking woo!
Reinvigorated our case in 2018. I'm gonna give you some of those details, and I'm gonna introduce to you our homicide lieutenant, Jason Johansson, and he will.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like, oh. Fuck out of here with
We'll
that
provide
bullshit.
you
Sorry, y'all.
many of the details on how we got here
Trash
today.
ass.
Thank you, Sheriff, and thank you, everybody, for being here today. My name is Jason Johansson, and I'm the homicide lieutenant with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And my goal here today is to walk you through our investigation and what led us to the indictment of Dwayne Davis, also known as Keefe D, for the murder of Tupac Shakur.
I'm gonna tell you what led to.
This case has been reviewed by our homicide team and homicide detectives for over 2.5 decades.
2.5 decades.
And ultimately, our persistence in this investigation has paid off. Let me walk you through a timeline of
You won't hear
events
no rappers talking about
as we
this.
know them right now. Prior to September 7th of 1996, as we all know, Tupac Shakur was an artist who was signed with Death Row Records. And that Death Row Records and its CEO, Marion Suge Knight, were closely affiliated with the Mob Piru criminal street gangs. And that they had an ongoing feud with the Southside Compton Crips.
Southside Compton Crips.
Dwayne Davis
was
was the leader and shot caller of the Southside Compton Crips.
Compton Crips back then.
And both of these gangs operated out of the Southern California area of Compton. On the night of September 7th of 1996, Tupac Shakur, along with Suge Knight, and members of their entourage, which include members of Mob Piru, came to Vegas to attend the Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Members of the Southside Compton Crips, which included Dwayne Davis, along with his nephew Orlando Anderson, were also in attendance at the same event. As both were leaving the fight, members of Death Row Records spotted Orlando Anderson near an elevator bank inside the MGM, and at that time they began to kick and punch him
Demonstrate.
near that elevator bank. I will now show you hotel security footage, as many of you have already seen, related to this incident. And on this incident, you will see Tupac Shakur, who was wearing a shiny satin shirt, along with Marion Suge Knight, who is a large man in a brown suit, punching and kicking Orlando Anderson.
Getting off out the gate.
Following this incident, you'll see hotel security intervene, and then they will leave the area of the fight.
They go Pac up there.
Little did anyone know that it is this incident right here that would ultimately lead to the retaliatory shooting and death of Tupac
Last
Shakur.
picture he ever took.
Following this incident, Tupac and Suge Knight both left the MGM
Changed clothes.
to make their way to a post-fight party, which was to occur at a local nightclub.
662, Suge Knight's nightclub.
At the same time, word had spread amongst members of the Southside Compton Crips of what had occurred inside the MGM. And then that's when Dwayne Davis began to devise a plan to obtain a firearm and retaliate against Suge Knight and Mr. Shakur for what occurred inside the hotel against Mr. Anderson.
All the conspiracy
After
theories,
Davis,
all the conspiracy theories, all the conspiracy theories is the government killed Tupac and all this and this and that and this and that. No, man. Government didn't kill Tupac. Oh, the government sent dude to kill Tupac. No, man. This is just dumb street nigga shit. This goes on. I grew up in a neighborhood. I did dumb nigga shit. Government ain't out to get you, man. I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. Pay your taxes, go to work, take care of your business, take care of your kids. Government ain't fucking out to get you. The fuck is the government out to get to you? Who the fuck is you? Government might be out to get Tupac, yeah, because he's preaching all these good words and talking to the people. It might have the people turn over, but the government went out to get Tupac. Tupac got into some street gangster shit, man. And overall, dumb nigga shit. So you have it. They fighting over a color. That's dumb nigga shit. They fighting over red and blue that the white man made. Come on, man. What the fuck is y'all doing, man? What the fuck, man? What the fuck going on, man? What the fuck is y'all fighting over red and blue for? What the fuck is red and blue? It's black, green, and red. Black, red, and green. What the fuck is y'all fighting over red and blue for? Jim Crow. It's this dumb nigga shit, man. Come on, man. Tupac ain't get killed. I'm glad this shit came out. Everybody, oh, the government killed him in there, man.
obtained a gun. He entered into a white Cadillac along with Terrence Brown, DeAndre Smith, and Orlando Anderson. Based on our investigation, this is where,
Gangsta dumb nigga shit. They ain't deceased because they had a bad liver. Ain't none of, look, deceased. Terrence T. Brown, deceased. DeAndre Smith, deceased. Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, deceased. They not deceased because they had a bad heart or had cancer. They deceased because they got into some more dumb nigga shit. It's dumb nigga shit, man. Stay away from that.
At some point in time, as they were in the white Cadillac, Mr. Davis took the gun that he had obtained and provided it to the passengers in the rear seat of the vehicle.
Passed it around like
As they were driving west on Flamingo Road near Cobalt, they had located the black BMW, which was driven by Suge Knight, and in the passenger seat was Tupac Shakur.
Yep.
And as they turned around, they pulled up near the passenger side of that vehicle and immediately began shooting at Mr. Knight and Mr. Shakur. Following that shooting, the white Cadillac fled the area southbound on Cobalt, and after our officers arrived on scene, Tupac was later transported to the University Medical Center, where he was treated medically and died approximately 6 days later on September 13th.
Yep. Horrible day.
My homicide section handled this investigation from its onset and for a short amount of time.
Stupidity. Dumb
And
shit.
within a short amount of time, what we knew was that we were working a gang investigation
They knew it.
where our victims, our witnesses, and our suspects were all from Southern California and not local to Las Vegas. Within the first few months of the investigation, our detectives knew most of the information I just briefed you on. However, we never had the necessary evidence to bring this case forward and present it for criminal charges.
They knew everything, but Keefe D wasn't
As
saying
time-
nothing. When did you hear about Keefe D all the way from 1996 even to the recent? He just came out about 2 to 3 years ago. He just came out. Not even that. Maybe about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, he just started doing interviews. They didn't know about Keefe D. He never said. Nobody knew Tupac. They knew the white Cadillac. And he knew the suspects. That's it. We always knew a white Cadillac. In my one of my raps, I said some side, and I stopped liking Lack since Pac died. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know they did that shit. I just knew that whoever did it was in a Cadillac, and they got away, a white Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? So I said ever since Pac died, I stopped hating. I started hating Cadillacs. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He never. Whoa, once again, dumb nigga shit. Open your mouth. But once again, it could be the spirits. You never know what made this man
case
talk.
had been reviewed multiple times by different investigators assigned to my section, but it wasn't until 2018 that this case was reinvigorated
2018.
as additional information came to light related to this homicide.
And I bet if we go in there and look at some
Dwayne
flag
Davis'
interviews,
own
we got some interviews about 4
to
or 5
his
years ago.
involvement
I
in
bet.
this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
See? Right there.
In our case was reinvigorated as additional information came to light related to this homicide. Specifically, Dwayne Davis' own admissions to his involvement in this homicide investigation that he provided to numerous different media outlets.
Dumb nigga shit. Dumb nigga shit. Dumb nigga shit. Dumb nigga shit. Opening your fucking mouth, nigga, cause you pulling the motherfucker, look at you. I know you ain't got no money, nigga. You shouldn't even be living in California. You should be living in motherfucking Indiana or some motherfucking weird nigga with a rent $400 or some shit like that, nigga. You can't make it in California, nigga. The fuck California is, but he born and raised in California. So that's a different thing if you born, not trying to get up from Indiana and move to California. No, he's lived down there, but come on, man. Poor ass nigga, man. You going on them interviews getting $700, $1,000. That's why he ain't had no spirits talking to him. Cause he would have been doing it for free on his phone then. He could have just set his phone up and did it for free then. If it was about if it wasn't about the money, he could have just set his phone up and had YouTube to subscribe. He could have got money himself. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. That was some dumb nigga shit, man. That was some dumb nigga shit, man. Ultimately, some more dumb nigga shit. He thinking there wasn't no statute of limitation or something on homicide, and he started opening his mouth. Yeah, passed the gun to Tupac, he started shooting Tupac. Tupac started jumping around, breakdancing in the back seat. Shooting night, goddamn. You just implicated yourself in a homicide and an attempt homicide because you shot Suge Knight in the head. So really, he should be getting a bunch of charges. He should be getting a bunch of reckless endangerments out there. Man, listen.
In our section, we knew at this time that this was likely our last time to take a run at this case to successfully solve this case and bring forth a criminal charge. It was at that time that this case was assigned to Cliff Mogg, a detective within my homicide section.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch.
And over the last 5 years, my section worked closely, hand in hand with the Clark County District Attorney's Office, and followed a systematic investigative plan over the last 5 years. We've conducted countless interviews and corroborated numerous facts that were not only consistent with the crime scene on the night of the incident, but also corroborated and were consistent with the sequence of events that night. This ultimately led to us procuring a search warrant which was executed at Mr. Davis's residence in Henderson, Nevada. And following the execution of that search warrant,
So we moved to Vegas.
in close coordination with the District Attorney's Office, this case was presented to the grand jury, which ultimately led to Davis being indicted on charges of murder.
That nigga probably has some more evidence.
Before I hand it off to the District Attorney's Office, I would be remiss if I didn't thank Detective Mogg and all the other detectives that were not only assigned this case and reviewed this case, but all the other detectives from other agencies that assisted us in this investigation. They know who they are, and thank you very much for all the assistance you provided. It does not go unnoticed. And lastly, one of the most important things, in my opinion, is we need to make this be a reminder that the charge of murder does not have a statute of limitations. This agency has been and is invested in solving our cold case homicides so that we can bring closure to those families and justice for those victims of homicide. And with that, I will turn it over to the Clark County District Attorney.
District Attorney, he gonna knock you. The District Attorney gonna knock you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Johansson. I appreciate it. Good afternoon. I am the Las Vegas, Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson. It has often been said, justice delayed is justice denied.
That's right.
It's a quote we hear often and for many, many years when talking about our legal system. But not in this case. Today, justice will be served in the murder of Tupac Shakur. I'd like to acknowledge the relentless work of the many Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department homicide detectives. We've mentioned Detective Cliff Mogg many times, and we can't mention his name enough. He is the detective, along with his colleagues, that brought this case here today to you. A Clark County grand jury has indicted Dwayne Keith Davis with one count of open murder with use of a deadly weapon with a gang enhancement. Davis will appear in court in the next few days or so for a hearing to determine his custody status and to set a jury trial date. This grand jury has been receiving evidence for months and has determined there is sufficient evidence to justify the filing of this criminal indictment. I've assigned two of my top prosecutors, Mark DiGiacomo and Banu Palal, to prosecute this case. I know a lot of people have been watching and waiting for this day. Tupac Shakur is a music legend, and for a long time, this community and worldwide have been wanting justice for Tupac. Today, we are taking that first step. Tupac was actually quoted as saying, "Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside while still alive. Never surrender." Well, we didn't surrender thanks to the great work of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department under the leadership of Sheriff Kevin McMahill,
Los Angeles,
Lieutenant
to the
Johansson,
Las Vegas Police
retired
Department,
Detective Cliff Mogg. I
retired
am
Cliff
proud
I'd
to
be proud
announce
to get
the
them
return
niggas
of
off
the
the street.
This is the indictment we've been waiting almost 3 decades for. It spells out the facts and circumstances And what justifies a Clark County grand jury in returning an indictment? Justice will be served.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna end it right there, guys. We're gonna let it go. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe. That's it. You know, we don't know. It's just, it's very terrible. I know his family glad they got some closure. Pretty sure they're glad they got some closure and everything. And I don't know. It's just, hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, if Suge Knight had any one of them killed or anything like that, he didn't cross the line. Yeah, Suge Knight was getting those guys beat up and stuff like that and stuff. But he didn't cross the line, like load up a car full of guns and people and go looking for him and shoot them up, nothing like that. He could easily put contracts on those guys and got those guys killed. Those guys went too far. They went too far. They should have just been fighting and fighting. They went too far. So, you deserve anything you get, which is, I believe, is life in prison. They're gonna give you life in prison. Keefe D, you're done. Now, Puff Daddy need to be concerned because, and he said in a couple of interviews, he said Puffy paid the money for that. It was protection for Puffy, and they paid the money to get him out the way. So get down in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you guys think about this. Is Puffy somewhere scared right now? Or what's going on? What do you guys think about the situation? Do you guys think that this is justice served, or y'all think it's still a government cover-up? What you think? What y'all think? Get down in the comment section and let me know y'all opinion. All right, this is Jay Stacks, man. I'm out here till next time, y'all.